To find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on.
Campus here. Adrian Karen. Legend line.
Both offensive and defensive options here. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what?
That's pretty bad.
Everybody got a tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position?
Let's go. That was a good one.
Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player or do you go after a position of need? What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that? Oh, and that's a key upgrade right there. He's versatile, athletic, and a big upgrade over what they had. Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice. Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster.
Let's go. Getting out from the Gordon.
Still a few holes on this roster, and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
Could have got Coleman, but I'll take a Mars Cooper.
A bit of a dilemma with this threesome. Which side of the ball do you turn your focus to here?
Brandon Green.
And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster.
I'm just gonna move him to a different position. Either Adams or Neil.
And now is where you need to make these last picks count. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless. Boy, you're talking about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around. One thing this team's gonna need is some leaders, and they've got one right here.
Oh, I gotta take off.
Yeah, man. If
We didn't get a carpet yards though. Okay, here we go. Oops. I forgot to do some stuff. Oh no.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a draft champions matchup and what is set to be a great draft champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll.
Okay, kick off to the right. I'm not real. Ever.
It was the Broncos who knocked the Patriots from the unbeatens last year. They're out for revenge as we're off on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Griffin. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry. As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The first carry now. This is Hill. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
To throw is RG3. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lawrence Taylor able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's McCarron. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarron. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On the return is Peterson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Play action. It's Griffin. And some room to work. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. And still for me, with the injuries, every time he carries that football, you just kind of hold your breath, don't you?
You have to, because you noted it. The injuries in the past have derailed his career up until this point. Now we're seeing some more evidence of him using his legs again, but he does have to be careful. They need him out on the field.
Yeah, RG3, you got to have him out there. So explosive. They come out here in the eye. Griffin. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here's Griffin. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Forced out to his left. This will be caught at about the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Richard Rodgers, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are in for 6. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Left top.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
All right, here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's McCarron. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
All right, now, look at 56.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now here's McCarron on 3rd.
No,
It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the... Great spot to start this drive from here. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He completes it to Jordy Nelson. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. To throw is RG3. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They go back to the air here after the INT. It's complete to Golden Tate. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And partner, a nice little connection there on the corner route.
The receiver set it up perfectly, worked his way inside, and then broke it back to the outside for the completion.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And again, it's McCarron. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They get 31 yards that time. And it gives the Pats a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And his throw here is incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. McCarron again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sean Robinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw is McCarron. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jordan Reed, 29 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Howie Long in there to get him for a loss of 5. Well, the defense was in prevent. They still get there.
That means that there's absolutely nowhere to throw the football. No.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And McCarron will try again on second. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now McCarron. Eluding the pressure right. The guy's man complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Gordon on the dump off. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Over.
Now here's McCarron on third. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Sean Robinson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge...
Yeah, I gotta go. I have to go, but like, subscribe, comment what videos you want us to see, and